Welcome to this week's edition of the Butler Beat. I'm Bree Seaver.
And I'm Krista Miller. Butler men's basketball is back in the Final Four, and the campus is more than excited for the big game this weekend. Olivia Ingalls spoke with all types of Butler fans to see exactly how they're showing their Bulldog pride this week.
I think Butler should make it to the championship because it'd just be great to make it back 2 years in a row, just make everyone realize nationwide that we're a serious basketball school and we're good competitors.
I think we are just so excited that we're going back for a second straight year.
We've probably peaked on school spirit recently. We've gotten really into the games and started screaming at the TV.
It's really exciting. People can't concentrate, but people are excited about the game. Hard to concentrate on school, but everyone's looking forward to Saturday.
I'll be heading out to Houston on Saturday morning and don't expect to come back until Tuesday.
We are all behind the blue. It doesn't matter whether you went to IU or Purdue or wherever you went to school, everybody's a Butler fan right now. You just can't help it. When you've got a great bunch of young men and a coach like Butler does, you can't help but be supportive of them.
We go to all the home games, and I am a huge Butler basketball fan and a huge Butler fan.
And what do you think about VCU?
You know, I mean, I must say that if somebody else does have to win, they're kind of a little Cinderella upcoming team. So I guess if I want anybody to win other than us, I do want them to, but they can't because we have to beat them on Saturday.
If VCU is this year's Butler, I hope Butler will be this year's Duke.
A major difference between this year and last year is how students are getting game tickets. Mike Vandevort says there's a lot less anger this time around.
Last year's student ticket scandal caused quite a headache for many Butler students.
A lot of people were upset. They ended up recalling all the tickets back and having to redo the whole system, and it was just a mess for everyone. People were mad. People who thought that they had a ticket, who really shouldn't have had a ticket, were happy and then mad because theirs got taken away. And I know a lot of people ended up not getting a ticket in the end because of it.
Just like the Bulldogs at mid-season, the Sports Information Office knew that they had to make quite a few adjustments.
We sat down and discussed different ideas and came up with making everyone come in person, not sending a link out there for anyone to send out, because we really wanted to keep the priority points. We really wanted to make sure that those people who had made it a point to go to athletic events throughout the year really got a chance to be in Houston this year. So that way we could still have people get it early, but at the same time not allow the rest of campus to get it before others did.
This year, almost 200 more student tickets were available than last year, and the Sports Information Office made their necessary changes. So far, students and the Sports Information Office alike seem to be extremely pleased with the process.
The handling of it this year was a lot better, and then I know that when they went on sale at 1 this year, everyone who wanted a ticket, I feel like everyone I've talked to who wanted one actually was able to receive one. It was a much smoother experience getting to this point this year, and hopefully the rest of the trip will be the same.
Everyone that deserved to get it early got it early, and as far as I know, everyone that wanted it on campus got it. So this year has run extremely smoothly, and the adjustments that we made have just been have gone well.
And just like the Sports Information Office, let's hope that this year's team can solve all their problems from last year and win the national championship in Houston. For Butler Beat, I'm Mike Vandevort.
All of the hoopla is making academics and classroom work a big challenge this week. Ashley Taylor has more.
The Bulldogs headed to the Final Four for the second time in 2 years. Basketball isn't the only thing on their minds.
I know we have over a 3.0 as a team, so obviously guys are doing the right thing and making sure they stay on top of their studies and stuff. So.
When we travel, I always have intentions of studying. I usually do a little bit of work when we're on the plane, but once we get there, I'm usually too occupied with the city and exploring and getting to see as much as I can while we're gone, and homework kind of gets the boot.
Out of all the teams in the tournament, we won the academic national championship for having the highest GPA out of all the teams in the tournament, so that was pretty cool.
For the Butler Beat, I'm Ashley Taylor.
The Bulldogs will play Virginia Commonwealth University at Reliant Stadium in Houston, Texas at 6:09 p.m. on Saturday.
Houston, the site of this year's Final Four, is more than 1,000 miles from Indianapolis. Despite the long distance, many students are ready and willing to make the trip.
I got to go to the Final Four last year, and it was so much fun because it was in Indianapolis, and there were a ton of Butler fans there. But I'm really looking forward to going this year as well, even though it's going to be such a long drive to Houston. I hope a lot of people make the trip.
So, when are you buying a shirt?
Students like Julia Porter, who are staying back on campus for the game, are still looking forward to having fun.
So what are you doing Saturday?
I didn't get to go this year, but it's still going to be a good time on campus. We're still going to rush the streets when we win, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
This year I'm going to watch the game in my room in the same seat I've watched every other game. Is it still going to be fun? You bet it's going to be fun.
If you aren't going to Houston but need a place to watch the game, stop by Hinkle Fieldhouse for a free viewing party. For the Butler Beat, I'm Krista Miller. There is also a huge demand for Butler gear. The Butler University bookstore is trying to keep up with fan excitement. Butler students and fans of all ages are flocking to the bookstore to pick up the latest Final Four items. The Final Four shirts come in several varieties, and there are still plenty of Sweet 16 shirts to go around. Textbook manager Brad Zerker says the store was more prepared for the hoops hysteria the second time around.
We've got more merchandise here than we did at this point last year, which is a really good sign. We were a little bit more stocked up and ready for it just in case it happened, but we've really been moving it well.
Butler fans can also purchase items at the bookstore online. Senior Nicole Sarpa says she found the online service more convenient.
Saying they received it in a couple minutes and then got an email back a day after saying that it was here ready to pick up.
Be sure to stay tuned for more information, news, and updates about this weekend's big game.